Hello Virgos, and welcome back to DQ Tarot and to your monthly tarot reading for February 2020. So Virgos, we're using the Hermetic Tarot along with the Hobbit Tarot. I've already pulled out some cards here just to see where you guys are at going from January and into February, where we've been, where we're at right now, and kind of where our focus is. So if you guys haven't, do make sure to check out your yearly reading. Those are up for 2020 to 2021, and they're a comprehensive look at the astrology as well as the tarot for the whole year ahead. It's all specifically for your sign, so definitely go check that out, guys, because the astrology, especially this year, nothing to joke about. There's a lot. Right now, I'm getting the sense that you guys have been in a place of maybe defeat, of loss, of feeling like the world is against you, like you've been attacked, like you've been trodden on. Honestly, it just feels, for some of you, it almost feels humiliating. And I see I'm like having trouble like in my throat. Let me just get some water here. I'm having trouble with it actually for most of the readings, so I don't know, Mercury retrograde stuff. Mercury is going retrograde February 17th through March 10th, so just be aware of that. Excuse me. Hopefully I'll finally stop clearing my throat soon. Five of Swords, though, Lord of Defeat. You can't help but feel very defeated. Something has been stabbed. It feels like something has been taken from you. There has been a major loss. And yet right next to it is the Sun. I feel like there's a lot of juxtaposition between loss and gain, happiness, or joy and sadness, loss and gain. Because the Sun is very happy, but for me, it's also a major light moment. Something is coming in to show you something. You're going to be able to see this. Yes, there has been defeat. We may have lost something. You may feel like, why did that all have to just happen? Why did all these things get thrown in my face just to hurt me? Or why did this situation turn out this way? Well, we will see. Princess of Swords comes out of it. Something, the light shines down and we learn something, we hear something, we see something, and we get what we've been looking for. We'll be able to receive back, to get the help that we need, the money that we need, especially. For some of you, it's that you've been looking for equal opportunities. And maybe we feel that past ones have really hurt us, especially in the career, in our pockets. And it's been tough. Definitely feeling that loss, feeling the anger, feeling frustrated, and really seeking out again to get what we feel we deserve, to get the balance back in our bank accounts, to get the balance back in the books here. Especially even for the next 6 months, we could be looking for opportunities that will carry us for the next 6 months or so that are really going to help us in some areas. Maybe we're also like, okay, well, I thought I'd be getting paid this much for something, and then you weren't, and it could be really irritating for you in that kind of sense. So let's look at your energy at the beginning and then the end of this month here, okay? And as I look up and say that, it was 333 on my clock thing, so you see that around, put in the comments below exactly what that means. I'm not like, I don't know everything about numerology. I know that is, for me, 3 is mind, body, soul. And when you see 333, I just feel like there is this connection and build up there of stability in your mind, body, and soul. Also creativity. It's also the number of the Empress. So let's check this out here. Let's get your energy at the beginning of the month. Energy at the beginning of the month here for Virgos. And energy at the end of the month. Okay, not what I was expecting. Maybe I should have opened my eyes for that one. Knight of Swords is where we're starting out here. I would say watch how you speak with people, but also you might be receiving some really harsh, sudden messages. There's a lot of online messages, looking online, a lot of quick speaking. So I'm feeling like a lot of emails, calls, a very quick and fast energy here, kind of harsh. So again, watch your energy, watch how you communicate with others. You might not be trying to communicate as harsh as you're coming across. End of the month, I can't really ignore this, is the Ten of Cups reverse. there is a major, maybe emotional loss coming up here. We're going to look at this. Don't worry, we're going to look at this, and I don't really want to say anything else about it because I feel like that was not a great way to kick off a reading, right? We'll see. We'll see where that one comes from, because right now it's not making a lot of sense with all these other cards, yet I feel that there will be a type of family work or some type of situation that we might have to let go of. Or again, that is emotionally falling apart here. Something has happened to that, and we might be needing again to really, or I guess Scylla's going to yell about it. Hold on one second here. There's again this loss of harmony. Feelings again of this guilt, of hurt, of pain. And as of course we're talking about it, her barking is always a little bit significant when we're talking about the Ten of Cups reversed. So we'll see. I'm sorry to scare you with that barking. Made you jump there for a second. Let's see here. Let's look at your focus this month, your goals. Your focus and your goals in February 2020. Ooh, okay. Not bad. That was actually just the focus for, oh my god, what sign was that now? Maybe it was Cancer? Cancer or Gemini. King of Wands here. Focus, goals this month. Becoming a leader. Wow. Some of you really want to end something, and I can't. I just had the Ten of Swords with it, and it popped out actually even before your reading, and I was like, maybe we'll use the Hermetic Tarot, and then I just saw it again, so I know that it's there, whether it's going to pop out again or not. Can't help but say that I did ignore it a little bit there. So I was like, well, we get the gist of it. Let's just talk about the gist of it and not too much. And whenever you see 110, of course, there's another 10 on the table. Wow. Some of you guys. Okay. Here we go, right? All right. Your goals and your focus this month. You would really like to feel more passionate about life. You want more passion. You want more energy. You want more oomph to your life in general is what I'm getting. And you're ready to let something go. You're ready to move on. It's like, I want to move here. I want to leave this job. I want to leave this person. I want to be with somebody, something that gives me the passion. That gives me really what I'm looking for here. So when I see the Knight of Wands, sorry, the King of Wands here with the Eight of Cups, we're making some big decisions here. Because the King of Wands doesn't really mince his words. He makes a decision and then he goes with it. He takes leadership, ownership of whatever he's saying, whatever he's doing. And, there's no two ways about it. You're going to notice it. You're going to feel it. For some of you, you could be leaving a fire sign type situation, but I don't really get that. I feel honestly that you guys are taking the fire into your hands here, and we'll look at the love relationships in the love readings, okay, guys? Because I'm going to do love readings specifically for you guys for this month as well. So I'm not going to get too much into love, and that's why a lot of these readings have been more financial, career, and life path focused. But there is a need to go on towards a life that gives you more passion, especially emotionally. It feels that, I don't know, I just get the sense you need to chase something more. Like there's just this need for more. You felt defeated, you felt frustrated, and you're looking to get back what you want to put in for it. You're looking for the joy, the really good things in life. Something I can count on to bring me real happiness. And if I'm not getting that, what's going to give me that this month? So there's a lot of focus on going there, on making choices here. There's the choice, the Lovers. Will you go down the responsible path that you've been on, something that you've been doing for a while, probably? Will you make the decision to stay where you are, to make the safe decision? Or are you going to go for something that gives you this? Another card of moving. You're going to have to move on from something. Some of you might be receiving offers this month that ask you, I want you to do this great job. This is like your dream job or something, a big step up. It's the offer that you've been waiting for. But for some of you, again, it's going to ask you to move, literally physically move, or moving on from a job, moving on from a situation here. And you seem very excited about it. So again, whether it's love, whether it's work, and for some of you, it could be both. This opportunity to move could also have you opening up to, you know, wow, now I get to go move near that person I want to be with. Now I get to go and see that person again, or now I get to go and take this relationship to the next level. I want to move on from this person because maybe I have feelings for somebody else. There's a lot of that going on here. I do feel, and I can't help but notice this, and I know this isn't a love reading, but some of you might be leaving one person or thinking about leaving a relationship for a new love here. For somebody that really does fit the bill. Because 8 of Cups signifies that maybe this situation has worn out its welcome, that it's become defeating, it's become frustrating, and you can't help but see that you're starting to look for something more, something that makes you happy, something that gives you sunshine, rainbow, like joyful feelings, harmony, all the happiest feelings that you can have in the deck of cards here are right there. And yet this asks you to let go. And that's why I think that maybe for some of you that this is resonating as a love situation, even though we're going to do the love reading, you might be leaving somebody for somebody else, and you might have to let go of a relationship that once brought you a lot of happiness, somebody that you once truly loved. You might have to recognize that you don't love them anymore, or you don't love this person, this situation, or who you guys have both become anymore. And it doesn't have to be like, wow, I hate you and you've hurt me and this is bad, but maybe we've just outgrown each other and our time has come. You know, I think earth signs have a more mature sense of that, so I think that you can see that. I know a lot of other signs don't agree with me on that. And I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat, guys. I know that's kind of annoying here in February. The past few days, my throat has been kind of irritated. And I don't know what's been going on with it. My voice has been in and out. It's been really weird. So we'll see. Let's now look at your major obstacles. Your major obstacles this month. Major obstacles for Virgos for February 2020. Oh, I can't wait to get away into your love reading. I really can't wait, guys, because there's a lot of indication of some messy love stuff going on. And I'd like to see what that's about. But let's see, what are in your challenges, your obstacles this month? That's not really an obstacle, is it? Now I see that it is. Okay. So, a lot of cards out on the table here. Hierophant, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. You might feel obligated to something very traditional. Again, this relationship that you're in might feel very traditional, and you might feel very obligated to it. But 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, to me this feels third party-ish. Or, you know, now you're starting to want something more, and the traditional is not feeding the bill anymore. You might have built a traditional foundation, but you're finding that it's actually just hurting and hindering you, and it's not giving you what you want anymore. So, I can't help but notice here. And it's interesting because I thought you guys would really want to get tied down and get real serious this year. And for some of you, you do, but you're realizing the person or the situation that you're in is not exactly what you want it to be. It's not the foundation that you want to build that all on. It's like you guys are having this break free moment where it's like, okay, well, if this isn't it and I want this, time for me to go out and find it, and that's fine. But you're on your journey here, and you know it's not going to be a right away thing. You also know that there's practicality here versus, you know, what do I want? What drives me? What is me taking authority in my life? And what is my true wants, my desires, especially for you male Virgos, or even those that are looking, a female Virgo that's looking for divine male. It's like, in the long run, it feels like there is something better there for you. But right now, you have to kind of step into that Emperor position here and go for something that lights your fire. Be the person that lights your fire. If you're not going for somebody else or a job or something, it's what do you really want to do with your life? And I feel like I'm asking a lot of signs this year in February is you need to start making the changes here as we enter 2020, and what path do you really want to be on? We want to have a lot more passion, obviously, here. It's like not that I want security, not that I want this, that, the other thing. You want to feel alive. And maybe we've been going at things too slow. Maybe this whole traditional thing, this whole thing that we've been in is not floating our boat anymore. And we thought it would, but it's not. We got to start going for things that don't make sense. It's like, yeah, this might not make sense right now. It might bring up fears and all these strange illusory things. And as we go into Mercury retrograde, it might get really confusing and weird. But it's asking you to really look at what's coming up now and why and what's driving you. You want to go for something, again, more emotionally fulfilling to you. You want to go for something that feels like this Ace of Cups, falling in love again. So you have to be willing to move on from where you were and take a chance here, move on towards something. With these 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, I know that whatever decision you have to make here does ask you to move on, move physically, move on from somebody, move on to something else, but asks you to leave something. When the 6 and the 8 of Cups, 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords are both here surrounding the lovers, I mean, this is no energy to sniff at. This is no energy to ignore about a choice and a change. You have to make a change here. You have to move in a new direction, one way or the other, and you have to decide which one really fulfills you. We can stay where we are, we can go towards one direction, or we can go towards another. But what really matters in making this decision, your heart, your feelings, your joy, your passion, what makes you truly joyful, what is the best option, what feels like the sun for you, who feels like the sun for you, what feels like freedom. Some of you, it's like this break for freedom. It's like, whew, I need freedom. And it's like, okay, well, go for it then, I guess. Let's look at now what your defining events are here, Virgo, okay? Your defining events. Again, there's a lot of mysteriousness here and those Piscean feelings of trying to chase feelings, chase waves almost that you can't quite catch, but that if you look internally make a lot more sense. You're just going to have to drive yourself through this. It's Aquarius into Pisces season. It's like time for you to be your own driver and drive through your feelings and let them kind of percolate and figure out, what's going on here and how am I feeling here and what is really pushing me, what really brings me joy and passion this month, because that's what you seek. So it's like a kind of a search for that, and then you're like, let's go. I'm ready to move on towards it. I'm ready to make it happen. I want it. So Virgo, your defining events this month. Wow. Again, this month in February, I cannot tell you every single reading that I've done, and I can't believe I haven't mentioned this yet, has had the Lovers, 2 of Coins, and 2 of Swords in it. I mean, they haven't showed up in every single one, but one of them or all of them or some of them have showed up in every single reading, and they're all here. These are all about decisions. February is all about decisions for everybody. That's like just a major point for everybody. Okay, so we're all making decisions this month, and we all have big decisions to make and consider. What really makes us align, the mature adaptation here, the mature sense to go about things, what's really going to work for us is starting to come forward. And for some of you, a Sagittarius, again, might be involved, a fire sign might be involved, a air sign might be involved here as well. It doesn't matter. But we're seeing what needs to come into balance here. We're seeing what we really need. When I get the Temperance card, we're seeing how we need to adapt and how these adaptations are really going to make us happy. What kind of, we want success, we want happiness, we want to feel like we're in the sunshine and everything is great here. But in order to get there, we have this whole conundrum going on. And I can't help but look at all of this, huh? 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and in between it is the 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and in between it's the 6 of Cups. Choices. Will you go back to where you have been? Will you let the past drag you back in again, or are we going to go for something new? There's new horizons that we want to go towards, and yet the stability, comfort, the security of where we have been and what we know, who we know, We know how this relationship works. We know how this job works. We know how this kind of lifestyle works. So why don't I just stay there? Because something more is calling to you, and you know that you're at a crossroads. You know the time to make a decision that is better for you is coming. And you know that in order to get to where you really want to go, you might have to let go of something that once brought you all this joy, this happiness. You might have to hurt somebody. You might have to hurt a situation. So let's get some cards of advice. As if we couldn't get another 2. We did. And of course, it wasn't the 2 of Cups. Don't expect it to be the 2 of Cups. You guys really have to go within here this month. And with the retrograde and everything, good time to go within. Good time to take a step back, because nobody's going to be communicating on their correct schedules and stuff anyways. 2 of Wands, look at this from a different perspective. This is the time to kind of, you made it this far. This is where we're at. Look in both directions. Take note of where we're at. Take note of where you want to go. And again, it's just time to really perceive and figure out which way goes which way. There's a lot of hemming and hawing, a lot of decision making, a lot of juggling and trying to figure out, you know, mentally, also emotionally, also materially, what's best for you. But I think what we're missing out of all 3 of these is the Cups, huh? You've got to let your heart guide you in this, because you're trying to make it too practical with this decision. This decision isn't practical. That's why I think it might have something to do with love, because that's what's missing out of this reading. 7 of Pentacles, something has not been satisfying, and you might be wondering when it's going to get there. You're going to have to go within and see if it's ever going to get there. You have to go within and really look at what isn't satisfying and what needs to shift here for it to be better. When am I going to see the results of my labor? When am I going to see the changes? Has this ever been worth it? Time to take a step back and think about it. Time to take a step back from the whole situation. Go within, do some writing, journaling, meditating, take a step back, because that's when judgment comes up, and that's when you figure it out. You'll get your answer. You'll be able to figure this out, yes, but you have to be willing to take a step back and look at what needs to change. Because life is asking you to change. It is asking you to make a decision, and I think you know exactly what that decision is. Don't you? But the cards are in your court. The cards are in your court. The ball is in your court. Can't English anymore. The ball is in your court. The crystal ball is in your court here. What will you do? I can't tell you what to do. But it's what makes you feel empowered, what makes you feel the best, what's going to bring you that passion, that life that you've been waiting for. And even if you have to hurt somebody to get there, wouldn't they already be hurt that you're thinking about it like this in the first place? Take a higher perspective, and I think that's when you realize what you need to do, whether you like it or not. I know that's not the best reading, but you have really good things for you when you when you choose to move forward, when you make that decision. There are really great things coming in. That Ace of Cups, all that beautiful energy, abundant energy, the Sun, the 6 of Pentacles. You need something that gives back to you in more ways than practical. Ooh, let's get a Lindsay Andrews Power Deck. Cards of Wisdom message for you guys. Really want to use this one. Ooh, Wisdom. If you are always addicted to the process of becoming, there are storms on your horizon. This is because if suddenly there is nothing left to become, you are filled with terror. Suddenly you are face to face with your own empty being. Find the sacred space, a sanctuary of pleasant stillness in your heart, to know that you are truly alone is the first step on the long journey to self-discovery on the path to power. The final step is to learn that you are linked with the universe, that you have already become part of everything and already live in all the lodges of the universe. This is wisdom. Yeah, those are meant to be together. All right, let's pull a Halloween oracle, and we're going to be all set. Okay, Virgo? Virgo for February 2020. Virgo for February 2020. Oof. All right, not surprised this came up, especially in combination with the card that we just got. Winter, the sacredness of pausing. Should the Winter card appear to you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away. Where it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die back, take real action to change those things. Anything that is superfluous, extra, and burdensome, release it. Excuse me, guys. So, big messages, big month. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out your love reading when it comes out, guys, for February. Do make sure to check out your readings for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, as well as your yearlies. Big messages there. If you want to book a private reading, all the information right below. All the information is right below in the description box. Have a wonderful and blessed month, guys. Check out the Teespring orders. Check out the things over on Instagram. We do a lot of fun stuff over there. And have a wonderful and blessed February. Namaste.